Choices, choices. Every day we're confronted with an overwhelming amount of choices. Good morning, everybody. This morning we're talking about choices on this morning's Manna. And it's a great morning to be alive. Happy Monday morning. Happy Monday. How is everybody on this morning? What a wonderful day it is. And this morning we're going to press in, lean into choices. It's kind of a piggyback on yesterday's message. I'm still not finished getting that out of me. And I want to just continue to speak to that on this morning about choices. How was everybody on this morning? I hope you had a wonderful weekend and you're ready for the week, whether you're retired or whether you're ready to go to work or whatever the case may be. It's time to talk about choices, choices. Let me greet some people, and then we're going to get right into this morning's matter. Good morning, Ella. How are you? Brother Nesbitt, how are you? Ramona, how are you? Ori, how are you? Brenda, how are you on this morning? Lena, how are you doing on this morning? Pamela, how are you? Dawn, how are you on this morning? Annette, how are you on this morning? Fawn, how are you? LaFawn, everybody wonderful on this morning. Jewel, how are you? And Erica, how you doing on this morning? Vicky, how are you on this morning? Arlene, my military buddy, all the way back to Korea. How about that? How about that? You know what they say? Some relationships that you make in the military, they just continue on. And I have several of those kind of connections, man. Still send cards and all of that kind of thing. But any rate, good morning, Patricia. How are you? Good morning, Carolyn. How are you? Diane, how are you? Elder, Jan, how are you? Liz, how are you? Brother Joe, how are you on this morning? Gerald, how are you on this morning? Elder Mobley, how are you? Linda, how are you guys on this morning? Look, this is what I need y'all to do now. Y'all be playing me. I'm telling you, be playing me. I tell y'all to share, y'all don't share. You get your stuff and you move on about your business. But don't do that this time. Don't do that this time. Yes, yes, yes. Brenda said you had a great weekend. Saw that clip of your grandson. My God, he's gonna be somebody. Good morning, Angela. My clock keeper. The clock watcher has arrived. How about that? Good morning, Francine. How are you on this morning? Jay, how are you on this morning? This morning, it's all about choices. It's all about choices. The text, the talk, the takeaway, 5 minutes or less. Let's jump right into it. There is a story that is told, and I believe that it is true. They're talking about how some Russians during the time of the USSR, who then left their country and came to America, and they were overwhelmed with the amount of choices in the grocery store during those times, and probably even now in the USSR, now Russia, limited amounts of things on the shelves to buy. Think about it. When you go in the grocery store, there's so many choices. If you're going to buy a car, there's so many choices. If you're going to buy a house, there's so many choices. If you're in a relationship, well, maybe not as many choices. But the fact remains that we live in a country that has an abundance of choices. And how do we make them to get to the destiny that God has for us in our lives? The text to talk, the takeaway. Here it is, Proverbs 3, 5 through 6. I want you to hear it again through the lens of choices and not what you normally read it. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will, and continually direct your path. In our faith journey, we're constantly faced with decisions that truly shape our destiny. Each choice is a reflection of our character and alignment with God. Each choice is. When we look at that, the choices you make really mirror the values you have, and they will ultimately shape your identity and influence your future. So, I want to give you three things that I want you to grab a hold of that is going to help you really move into, because it's easy to fall into the trap of making choices based on comfort, approval, or immediate satisfaction. True destiny, though, It's decisions that are godly discerned and aligned with Him. The first thing I want to share with you is this: your decisions reflect your identity. They reflect your identity. They look like the values that you are walking out. Here's how Paul put it in Romans 12 and 2: Be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Because you're always confronted by what the world has and it's trying to shape you. But know that He foreknew you, who was predestined, He put His image in you, and that's what you're moving toward. Second thing I want you to grab a hold of is this: decisions define your destiny. They really do. But they come at the cost of obedience. Obedience. You've got to obey. You can't just know the word, you have to obey the word. And He said, if you love me, you will keep my commandments. Obedience is better than sacrifice. That's the way they put it in 1 Samuel 15:22. So, in order to make the right choices, you have to obey the word, because decisions define your destiny. Your decisions reflect your identity. And here's the third thing I want you to grab a hold of: God provides guidance in every choice you make. He does. This is how the psalmist put it in Psalms 37:23: Your steps are ordered by the Lord. So loose your feet. I didn't say dance in the Lord. Just loose your feet and watch Him put one step or stop in front of the other. What's your takeaway this morning? Your takeaway is this: choose ye this day whom you will serve. Choose you this day whom you will serve, and you will end up in the place that He's trying to take you. Choices. The Lord be with you today. May His face shine upon you and give you peace. If this bless you, bless somebody else. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't be greedy. And I'll see you tomorrow morning with more morning manna. And guess what? Tomorrow is election day, and you need to vote if you haven't already. God bless you. Share the manna. I'll see you tomorrow morning with more morning manna. Bye now.